Hi, I'm Cass and this is Honey.
And we're regular Canadians enjoying weed. And we're here with the Sangha Collective. Oh, welcome.
Finally, you're here.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Maybe, do you want to introduce yourselves? Maybe we could go along the line.
Sure, I'm Sarah Lovegrove.
I'm Vanessa LaBelle.
And I'm Anne-Marie Fisher.
There's some extra guests here too.
Very special guest, even more special than the Sangha Collective.
Sorry, you've been bumped.
that's
You've
okay.
been bumped, the
Okay.
real stars.
Yeah, so this is Rocky Rex. He's a Chihuahua Chinese crested.
Oh, hi
Rocky
Rocky.
Rex, that's a great
Rocky
name.
Rex.
And on the floor here is Luna. She's
Oh,
a
Luna.
2-year-old Bernedoodle.
Do we start with the big hitter or do we
I
like
don't even
ease
know,
into
do we?
things?
There
I'm
are
not
actually,
sure.
this table is like,
We have a party on this
this is
table.
the table, seriously. Actually, really, like now I'm looking at it, we need to look at each item. It's like
Yes.
the amazing mugs of all sorts of varieties.
Yes.
The Canazar, what a beautiful treat. Expect a burn time of 15 minutes, enjoy responsibly.
Alright. Wow, you guys weren't kidding. 15 minutes, hey? It really is a joint to pass around and
And
share.
just settle in.
Yeah,
Like,
stay a while.
right, exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Well, thank you for being here for my first Canada experience.
Tell us what your group is about. Tell us how you got started.
I feel like we all had like separate ideas really of what we wanted to do in cannabis. Anne-Marie was already involved in cannabis and myself as well in different roles, her being a writer, a cannabis writer, and I was working in the black market for an online company. But I feel like we all had kind of different ideas of how we wanted to move forward in cannabis, and we had already met online through social media, and we met at Lyft this year, and kind of kept the conversation going in person and online, and then we got together one day when the ladies were in Victoria, and we just kind of threw out some ideas, and we decided to make a joint effort at it. And
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That's so great.
Yeah, that is. What an amazing story and so recent.
It's been
like,
so recent.
way to, flying start.
And we've seen you all over the place, all over social media, so people are looking and listening to what you have to say.
happened really
It's
fast. Yeah.
exciting. We're really blessed to to have so many people supporting us and to be behind what we're doing.
And you're a writer, definitely.
I'm a writer, yes. So I've been a cannabis writer for almost 3 years now. Somehow I've been doing it full time for 3 years.
Amazing.
Congratulations.
Thanks. It's been the
That's
best
a
job
huge
I've ever had.
accomplishment.
Yeah.
It's
she's
so
a boss.
cool. Like it's a super cool job.
Yeah.
So.
That's partly why she's our CEO.
Oh, okay.
Boss lady, boss lady over
Yeah.
here.
Business brain. So
Hey, that's
Yeah.
amazing. And you were like pre-legalization. You were out there.
She
and
was
like,
ahead of the game.
Right. You're an
She's
activist. No, yeah.
She's
She
a
is an
cannabis
activist.
writer.
Like,
Street-
yeah.
yeah.
on the
Awesome.
beaches of Costa Rica.
Yes,
Oh
yeah,
my
I started
God.
my business in Costa Rica.
Yeah.
So was
It's
able
cooler
to.
and cooler.
Yeah, that just kind of talks, speaks to the global reach of the cannabis industry. It's like I was sitting on the beach in Costa Rica, people were still willing to engage with me, even though I was there. And then, coming back to Canada was like a whole new level because I actually got to interact with my peers and everything. But
So you're a nurse?
I am. Yes, I'm a nurse. I'm a registered nurse.
How did cannabis become involved with your
Well, I
career? How did you combine these two?
Yeah, so I guess like a couple years ago, I started smoking cannabis for just anxiety, sleep support, things like that, to try to get off of prescriptions as a shift worker and all those things. And then it started helping me in like a lot of different ways, like just weight loss and just overall health,
Awesome.
mental health, everything, and just like little pieces of my life were just sort of being fixed by cannabis. And I'm a curious person, I'm a scientist, and I'm an academic, and I needed to know why, so I did research, and then like I learned a lot on my own and was able to apply that to my own health and my own sort of medical care, and like coming off of antidepressants and things like that using cannabis. And it's just like, it was awesome. So I made an Instagram for Nurse Lovegrove, and it kind of just to provide that information, because I found like most people don't know this stuff.
Yeah.
And most people don't have the ability to read research papers and academic books and things like that. And I'm able to like translate it into something a little bit more comprehensive and a little bit more understandable, and it just makes education, like public education of cannabis, a lot easier. We try to only put out like true blue evidence-based information about
Yeah.
cannabis and
What a
like
novel
just,
idea.
and just like
Yeah.
all right, and
You're a
like
revolutionary.
I mean that's one of the reasons we've been successful, but like it's at risk too because we are saying truths about cannabis that lots of people don't want to hear or
And just
don't
aren't
want to
ready to hear.
promote or
Yeah.
Like information that is like, some of this information is not new information. A lot of it is, but some of it isn't. And I think it's easier for people to disregard it than it is to kind of accept that, you know what, maybe we were wrong. Maybe I allowed, biases or someone else's perception to, affect my own opinion, the forming of my own opinion, because I know that I look back at how I used to view cannabis before I ever tried it. I'm like, I was terrified of weed. As an adult, I've been like looking back on like why, like what caused me to have this intense fear and like apprehension towards it, and I can only directly relate it to how it was kind of vilified by in film and in movies, and like I remember taking DARE, and I'm not bashing the DARE program. I think that there's a lot of updated information that could be
Put in there.
put in that curriculum.
What does it do to feel guilty and to be told this is bad and society is judging you when it turns out that was all lies? And now we have to unlearn it and teach people.
Yeah, that's why I have so much respect for like our forefathers, our foremothers, the people that like for generations really like just kind of decided to fuck the system, and like we know that this isn't.
And believe themselves,
Well,
like
to, like,
this makes me feel good.
Yeah,
it
to like
helps,
maintain a hold on a truth that is there. Like there's, it's getting harder to like argue it now that we're having research and like, information that's coming up.
What would you say your mission as the Sangha Collective is?
I think we really want to empower women in cannabis, but it doesn't just stop there. We just want to empower people in that want to enter the cannabis industry that are in the cannabis industry, but helping people move forward that have a genuine and real passion to do good by the plant and to do good by the people that helped lay the foundation for what became a legal industry, because
build it to what it is today.
yeah, because I feel like there's a lot of these big hitters and they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna come in and make money and start a business, and they're not really thinking about like all the sacrifices that were made by people like over generations. People that spent years in prison for like there's just
People are still in prison
Oh,
all over the world
yes.
over this.
Yeah, thank you. That's a good point. And so I think to kind of help people that are going to make positive change and continue this like positive forward movement in cannabis.
Yeah, and really we want to be that resource for anybody who's wants to enter the cannabis industry, whether they're entrepreneurs, small businesses, or are already established businesses. But we want to be that voice for them. We want to be the kind of their big sister of the cannabis industry, because we know the dark side of it. We know who and what and what to look for, what to watch for, and the things to be conscious of, and standing on the shoulders of giants. We want people to understand you can't just jump into this industry without honoring this wonderful past and this the people who set the path for us. So what we do is people will come to us and we provide them with a wraparound of services. And I apologize for my voice. It's very, I got laryngitis at the moment, so I don't usually sound like this.
But she's very sultry today.
Yeah, very. Yes. So we provide them a wraparound of services of people from the industry who are maybe working on their own, maybe they're small businesses, but we provide them the opportunity to work in a team environment. So really is a wraparound approach where we're supporting people in the industry, supporting new people within the industry. So it's all about elevating and bringing people together instead of working separately, which can't happen in cannabis. So
What a wonderful mission. I'm so excited to have met you and be amongst such amazing progressive women.
Thank you for having us again.
thank you.
Hope to sesh again, and thank you for having us.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so
And,
much. And thank you, Canada. Remember to enjoy responsibly.
And don't drive high. And now they're going to get a tour of Beavertown.
Yay!
Oh, you're gonna love it.
Does that mean we should maybe bring another?
We're
Joint?
definitely gonna bring
I
some of
think
those
so.
I don't
joints.
know
Definitely.
which ones are yours or which ones are
Bring
mine.
it,
I'm
yeah.
not sure. Let's just bring all of them. And I'm taking some
I'm just gonna run to the
buckets for my
bathroom.
bucket.